This episode of What the Pod Was That is brought to you by BLNK CANVS brand. If you own a business, restaurant, or sports team and you're ready to shake things up with that new, unique image, you need to use BLNK CANVS brand. BLNK CANVS specializes in brand identity, including logos and graphics for business cards, flyers, banners, and signs. BLNK CANVS offers printing services to help with your clothing needs. Look, when it comes to talent and service, there is no one better. For more information, you can search Facebook for BLNK CANVS, or you can email blankcanvas@whatthepodwasthat.com. That's BLNKCANVS@whatthepodwasthat.com. You can find links in the Friends of the Pod section of our website. Visit whatthepodwasthat.com. Recorded live from the Maddie Johnson Podcast Studio at GOT Sound Studio in Columbia, South Carolina, this is What the Pod Was That. All material played on the show was found on the internet. The opinions about that material are our own. Please follow the show on Twitter at WhatThePodPod. Let's start the show. Welcome to our maiden voyage. This is What the Pod Was That. My name is Bear Gruber. I'll be navigating the stream river of the internet with my co-host, Carrie Simmons, hostess of the podcast Status Macabre, and Zach King, who helps me host another little podcast, the allaboutnothing.com. Hello, or .com podcast, whatever.
We got a .com too.
Hello, Carrie. Hello, Zach. How are you all?
I was going to say good morning, good afternoon, whatever.
Yeah. Good night.
It feels morning. We're early in.
Yeah, we are a little earlier in.
It was all I could do. I had a few beverages yesterday, had a couple craft beers.
Were you drinking for a reason or a reason for drinking?
It wasn't planned.
Okay.
It wasn't planned. I met my brother out and then hung out with some friends, and then, they just...
we have beers. Would you like one?
Yeah.
You don't ever say no.
I'll have all the beers.
Yeah. There you go. There you go.
I'd like 5, please.
Zach, how are you?
I'm well.
This week was good?
It was a long week, but yeah. I'm alive.
Yeah.
Well, that's always a bonus.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I will take a live over dead
any
anytime.
day, right?
Eden and Gabrielle, my wife and daughter, have been fighting
together
allergies.
Oh, I was
going to say.
There was too long of a pause between fighting and allergies.
They've been fighting each other. It's 1-year-old versus 30-year-old. You know how it goes.
Your household is full of nothing but women, except for you.
Yeah. 2 women, humans, a woman cat, and a boy dog.
Oh, a boy dog. Okay.
But he's an asshole, so...
I would not have known looking at your dog that it was a boy dog.
No, he's a frou-frou.
Oh.
I'm going to need to see a picture.
He's a Cabazon Brigé or whatever.
Bichon Frise?
Yeah. It's a mixture between a King Charles Cavalier and a Frijon Brigé.
Oh, okay. So this is an actual, not a word you made up.
No, I didn't. I can't remember the exact one, but it sounds stupid, just like the dog itself. So
fair enough. All right, so
like
the
Ocelasa,
whatever
you call
Opsolapsa.
You are just
I think I'm still
winning with the
wrong.
words today.
Opsolapsa.
It's the ugly ass dog with like crooked teeth and like bug eyes, and it's like, hey.
No. Oh yeah. Okay.
Or the Shih Tzu.
Shih Tzu. Yep.
It's not a Shih Tzu.
It's not a Shih Tzu. It's a Shiz Tzu.
There's no T in there.
No, it's SHIZ, I believe.
Oh.
Or SHZIZ.
Something like that. Oh, we're gonna
I
look
think we're
that
on
up.
a very Googleable
Only if
show.
there was,
I feel like
only if there was some way I could figure this out.
I feel like based on the fact that the internet is what we rely on for this.
SHIHTZU.
So that's why I thought.
Don't type in what I typed in. SHIT space ZOO.
I've been to Cincinnati. It's no, I'm kidding.
It's a Shih Tzu.
Sorry, all the listeners in Cincinnati. I sincerely apologize. Your zoo is very nice.
Your spaghetti's
with
awful.
enough funding, it could be even nicer. All right. So the idea behind this podcast, it's a reaction type show. So, look, if you landed here, chances are that you've been on the internet with the Instagram or Facebook or TikTok, and you've come across videos that you react to and you can comment on. That's sort of what this is going to be. So, the assignment is that we would each find videos, 3 potentially, that we may not know, or we may not, the other 2 haven't seen, and it's going to be an opportunity to have like a comment and react. So it's like we would comment on the videos, but I don't like commenting on the videos because I don't like people knowing
Knowing
what my
Opinion is?
what your opinion or political views
So
or
we'll get
whatever.
on a podcast and just say
and
it.
just air it.
because they can't respond to it. I mean, they
That's
can.
true.
They can.
I like that.
They can certainly say something. They can respond through Twitter or whatever. Oh yeah, our Twitter, by the way, is What the Pod. It's
like
at
it.
What the Pod.
And I always say, don't at me. I don't feel like it. Just
No.
don't at me. Don't. Yeah, like at Status Macabre or at Carrie Simmons.
Yeah.
Don't at me.
Okay, just don't.
You can at me. Come at me. Catch some hands.
Come at me. Yeah. So, who wants to go first?
You guys, I'm twitching. I would love to go first.
All right, you go first.
Go
So
first.
Carrie's gonna plug us in so that we get an opportunity to check out what she has brought forth to entertain us with.
Much excite.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Let me turn volume on my end.
All right, and
mute.
I will turn the volume up on mine, so you are ready to go when you're ready.
Has arrived, America.
There is no more need for fear. We are from the government and we are here to help you. All will be fine now. If you get in line.
Help has arrived, America.
All right, so I recognize two of those voices. I recognize Kamala Harris,
Right.
Vice President, and any German.
Joseph Goebbels. If you get in line.
So that is it's clearly from TikTok.
Yeah.
And the first time I saw it was several months ago. You have no idea how long it took me to dig that out of an email thread between me and my brother and my two kids.
Oh my God.
They took it down, which
Yeah.
I think
Oh,
is
so you had to
hilarious.
save it?
I had to save it.
Oh my
that's,
God.
That's one of those things. Like there are some videos that I see and then I can't find again, and I guess it's because of the content.
Yeah.
But like the number of times these things get saved and whatnot, I feel like it's likely you'd be able to find it somewhere else, but you had to go dig into it.
Well, they'll
Oh,
take you
yeah.
down for anything. My buddy and I did the Super Trooper sketch where he's like,
Oh, yeah.
I'll pistol whip the next person who says shenanigans. And we used a real gun that was empty just as like the, like handed to him like, because at the end he goes to hand the chief his gun. Like,
Yeah.
you got to pistol whip him now.
Yeah. Hey,
And they were
Farva.
like, no.
Farva, what's the name of that place you like with all the
goofy
cheap crap,
shit?
goofy shit on the walls? Yeah.
You mean shenanigans? Oh.
Yeah. So yeah, I fear that kind of stuff though. Like when I see videos of
Toes
that,
online.
because someone's reaction
Did I
was
trigger you?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's because
At Barrett Goober.
at Bear Groover on Twitter. I don't know what Kamala Harris was talking about. I assume.
Help was on the way.
Help was on the way. It was in context, I believe, if I recall, with the vaccination.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've gotten all mine.
Yeah.
I'm boosted and everything.
Yeah.
I'm vaxxed, but I'm not boosted.
No.
But I don't know that it would be time for me to. I don't know how long I would have to wait.
I think it's 6 months from your second shot.
Yeah, it's time for my booster.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm good.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
and it's like it's well anyway, that I appreciate the fact that there are free shots available to potentially protect me from dying, I guess. I don't know. We need other shots though. We need like I keep hearing rumors that there is some fat shot coming that will make you thin, or that genetically they'll change.
I don't care what's in that. I'll go get mine.
You're like, you're going to grow a tail, but you're going to be skinny.
Pfizer, just so you know, if you're looking for people to test that on, I am available anytime.
Yeah.
Me as well.
I'll take 5 or 6 of them.
You can at me on that one.
It's not a shot, but I agree with it. My brother put on Facebook, he said, it's time to take the labels off shit and let stupid sort itself out.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I'm down with that.
I like that.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So, oh man, this is terrible. When you said that, it reminded me of a story about, and it's tragic, but it. So a child, like a 1-year-old or a 2-year-old, swallowed
Well, they couldn't read a label to begin with.
swallowed the battery. Did you hear about that
Yeah.
one? And she was in intensive care. It was terrible. And she ended up passing. I think it sat in her stomach for like maybe a day before they realized
Oh my
that
gosh.
she ingested this battery. And it's completely unfortunate, but her parents and her memory started, to raise awareness. Here's my thing. I realize you can't keep every little thing away from children.
Sure.
But I mean, I did a damn good job of making sure
Yeah.
those things weren't around my child.
I have a 1-year-old
And I
right
had
now, so I'm
twins.
chasing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
She
you
had
got double.
She
G.
had twins too.
So
Oh, y'all. Dang.
mine are 25 now, though.
Yeah.
So
Mine are 7.
mine are grown and gone.
Mine's 1. I have 1. She's 1.
I mean, so I understand, and I, you know, there was one time my son Chandler. Do you know those little silicone packets that come in
Oh,
vitamins?
of course.
or-
Yeah. Keeps whatever it's in dry.
Chandler ate shit out of one of those one day.
gosh.
Ate the whole
It
thing.
specifically says don't do it,
It
kids.
says don't eat. And I don't remember. I think that I was just kind of tossing some things around. I think they came in a pair of shoes, and I noticed that he had one of those little balls out, you know, hanging on
Oh
his.
my god.
I freaked out. I called poison control, and they're like, "Calm down. It's fine.
He's gonna poop it
he's
out."
gonna be fine."
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna die.
He's gonna turn it into a microprocessor.
You're the computer who wore
Silicone.
tennis shoes. I think the only thing my daughter's eaten that you're like, it's not food. Is tissues. Because if you leave the tissue box in there with her, she just starts
Oh, like
pulling it
Kleenex
out. Yeah,
tissues?
yeah. And she'll just sit there and you'll come back and she'll be like, is that good? Because it's not going to hurt you.
So you know what would scare children the most? Hearing that warning coming from the German voice saying, "Do not eat that.
Don't eat the tissue.
Do not put that in your
You will
mouth."
poop a very hard ball.
I can't remember. They're still at 1-year-old, still putting things in her mouth.
Yeah.
I cannot remember.
I have a 15-year-old that's putting stuff in
That's
his mouth.
fair.
I mean, it's his fingers and
One of these
fair.
little plastic balls on the reef fell down. It was a white one, and she went and picked it up and put it in her mouth. And I'm like, no, like flicking it out. I'm like, why would you pick that up and eat it?
Do you ever feel like you know when a dog puts something in their mouth that they're not supposed to, and you're like holding the snout,
Yeah.
you're like, oh, with the
And
finger,
the whole time
and
they're
you're
fighting with
reaching
their
down.
tongue. They're like, ah.
My dog eats. Of all the things to eat, he runs around and he eats dust balls. When we get in the car, I don't know.
That's a useful dog, though.
It's just disgusting because when they don't come out properly, it's like
Oh.
he's dragging his ass all over the yard. I'm like, that's disgusting.
We had a dog eat a plastic bag, apparently, at one point. It must have been food inside of said plastic bag,
Yeah.
but it was just in the way. They went and took a dump and came back, and there's a plastic bag hanging out of their
Oh.
butt. And so we're over there going like, come on, bro.
No, I had a cat that died because she had eaten string, and the string got tied around her intestine, and when she went to poop it out, the poop had the string, and the string pulled some of her intestine. That
Did
was
she
it.
poop her intestines out?
Yeah, that was it.
Did you see it?
His Barrett's not right. He's
That's my
grinning.
video. No, I'm kidding.
It was on a reel-to-reel.
He's trying to say I'm old.
tragic.
That's what he's trying to say. All right, Zach, you got one you want to queue up?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna let Zach. Zach's gonna play his video and have us react to it, and we'll see. How...
So this one's great.
We decided the cord wasn't going to work. Did
yeah.
Oh, we're good. We're good. Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Really liking this new church
If I don't hit the wrong button, we're good.
Yeah, that'll work.
I go to. The people are so amazing and supportive. You know, it's just so nice to. Hold on. What are you doing? Oh, direct hit! Yeah, did you see that? He's crying. Beat it, Four Eyes. Anyway, so where was I?
That's terrible.
Dude, what? I'm really
So that is clearly from a different perspective from A Christmas Story, where
Well, I kept thinking. Well, you go ahead and explain it, but I kept thinking like those kids were assholes to that kid. Like,
Oh,
just
yeah.
like that. I'm like, oh, good thing it's not like that anymore. At least not.
I don't know that it isn't.
I don't know.
I've seen kids in my neighborhood that treats other kids like
Garbage.
Oh,
like
kids are
just garbage.
terrible.
No, I hadn't gotten there yet. Then, because
Oh,
I'd lead a beat down on any kids being shitty.
you know what? Okay, so okay, that's fun. Do you want to credit who that
Oh,
was?
that's
On the TikTok, that was
semi stupid.
Semi.
At
Oh, okay.
semi-stupid.
I've seen some.
He's
I've seen
so
some of his stuff.
funny.
So I will say I have watched other kids be jerks and assholes to other kids and whatnot, and while I don't generally like interfere with it, you know, because society's got to clean up some of that themselves. I have had the desire to use a paintball gun to shoot kids when they're being assholes. And no, this is legitimately, and I've been scorned for just having this idea. But I was like, if I see a kid being an asshole, just pop them with a paintball gun.
Agreed.
They go home and cry to their parents, and they'd be like, "Why'd you shoot my kid with a paintball? Why do you let this kid act like this?"
Yeah. Well,
That's
cops
what
would
I
be
want.
coming, not so much to parents.
If they stumble, okay. All right. So another.
I'm sorry. He said, let's play paintball. And I said, you're on.
So another story.
Just make the kid out to be a liar.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. I used to have a tire swing that was in the front yard of in my front yard, and I eventually moved it to the backyard just recently. But it was in my front yard, and for a time I was paranoid that other kids in the neighborhood were going to come and use it, and then I was like, oh man, what if one of them gets hurt? And I thought about it. And I said, you know what? If one of them gets hurt, all I have to do is just drag them out in the street and say it never happened here. Could you imagine?
Go inside.
You did not get hurt here.
Delete.
Go home.
Drag your broke ass home.
That's right.
Don't play on my tire swing.
Which, in truth, I probably should not have installed a tire swing in the front yard where it's available for everybody, because it'd be just community tire swing.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do that.
That was a mistake on my end.
Moved it to the back.
Yeah.
Now if you had to climb the fence to get here.
Yeah. All right, Carrie, did you want to play your next one?
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm completely switching gears on everybody. This is completely different.
All right.
But I found it very interesting.
Okay. The silence you hear is us waiting.
I know. I'm all nervous.
She cues the video.
Okay. Here we go.
What's a conspiracy theory that you 1,000% believe in? I'll go first.
That Area 51 isn't where we think it is. It's actually a little bit closer to home. So I believe we are Area 51. And that military base in the middle of the desert that no one can go, the one where you can get shot on sight, is the exit. Why do you think they can shoot you on sight? Because they don't want us to leave.
That's a little disturbing.
That's such a stoner thought. Man, what if they're just keeping us in here, man? And we all want it out, and they're gonna kill you, man.
But I started thinking, I was like, no, maybe. And then I got into
that is one Trent would have loved.
There's I did not realize. I thought conspiracy theories were bullshit. Mm-hmm. They're really not.
Not all of them. There's levels of it. QAnon, that's at the top of the horseshit ladder.
Risara?
Never
the
heard
Dove of Oneness?
No, what is that?
Oh.
I'm going to have to look at the Dev of Oneness.
Dove of
Oneness.
Dove of Oneness. I almost was going to talk about that today, but it is going to be for a future podcast. Okay. I need to do a little more research. I have a friend, Patrick. I love him to death. And his father is a huge believer, and this is where I heard about it. And it's just a little out there. It's far-fetched. Like, the economy's just going to completely start over. All debt's going to go away.
Ow. Yeah.
I heard that.
Yeah.
But there's so many different, like you say, levels to it. It's far-fetched. It's crazy.
If you stick with the skeptic's creed, like Carl Sagan laid, with extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence.
Right.
That's where I take everything.
Right.
Someone's going to tell me some crazy shit. You got to come back with some crazy proof.
All right, let me see the cord real quick. I'm gonna drop one.
I was gonna say, when are you gonna pop in
well,
here? With
I had just thought about that. I was like, oh, I haven't done one yet. That is odd. So Area 51. You remember what was it a few years ago that they were gonna the Million Man? They were gonna do the run on the.
Yeah. But the everyone was gonna just bum rush them and see what we could do.
Yeah. In my head, I don't know if that ever even took place or
a lot of dead dorks.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. There's going to be a lot. I mean, because a military base, you make an advanced threat on that, and I feel like I don't know.
They have planes. Fuck the UFOs. You don't have fighter jets.
Yeah, exactly. So,
you guys, I gotta tell you something.
Okay.
So what you didn't see when I first got here was I scarfed a Snickers bar down because I'm mildly hungover and got some more water. I'm staring at my screen. I'm like, what is in the middle of my screen? Fucking chocolate. I just smeared all over. So if you see me licking my finger and licking I'm like,
it's good, and I'm getting the job done. This is fantastic.
That's wow. Okay, so let me see. I gotta make sure this is the one. Okay, so this is the one I wanted to do. This is and this doesn't get old. So I'm going to play this. This just doesn't get old.
Oh Jesus!
Carmen line.
No description can equal this weightlessness.
This is nuts!
Oh my God.
I love
What
it.
is that?
It's William Shatner seeing me pull my pants down.
Oh, I'm telling you.
It's kind of creepy.
Oh my
He's in space.
goodness me.
So,
For reals this time.
Bill Shatner.
Oh. I can't believe
That's
this.
priceless. I don't know if it's creepy or if
it's definitely a little creepy.
Maybe. But he's on the outer atmosphere.
Yeah,
I refuse to say he's really.
I didn't realize William Shatner went to space, you guys.
No,
Jeff
Jeff
Bezos
Bezos
shot
invited
him
him.
up there.
Yeah, Jeff Bezos invited him to go to space on the second of the penis trips to space.
Yeah.
Jeff Bezos, of course.
Where the tip scrapes across outer space.
Jeff Bezos is our real life version of Dr. Evil, I think.
Yeah.
Is
You want to go to frickin' space?
frickin' space. $1 billion.
That's so funny you just said. I just watched the first Austin Powers.
Oh, did
you? But the funniest line in the whole movie, there was two. Is at the beginning.
There's only two funny movies.
Well, the two funniest lines were delivered by Dr. Evil when he tries to give Scott a hug. He's like, "Don't look at me like I'm freaking Frankenstein. Give me a hug." And then when the other one where he's Carrie Fisher's like the guidance counselor or grief counselor or whatever.
Right.
And he's like, "My dad's always trying to kill me." And she goes, "We may think our dads are trying to kill us." And he's like, "No, I really am. He's a wily little bastard, just like his father."
Your impersonation is dead on.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It is dead on.
That's the one thing I can bring to the table, even on All About Nothing. It's like, I can do some
We
impersonation.
need him there
Impressions.
because he can impersonate anything.
Yeah.
And speak in any accent.
Do your Joe Biden.
Right. We were looking at the sky, me and Pitpot.
Do Trump. Do Trump.
Well, Sleepy Joe is out there lying about seeing Starlink in the sky. I saw it. It was massive. Not as massive as the satellites I was planning on building, but pretty big. Good job, Elon.
That's great.
The COVID wasn't that bad. We made it through, okay?
All right, I had one that I wanted to play, but it you know what? I'm gonna let me see which one is this.
Do it now.
Okay, I thought this was kind of interesting. Let me get it back to the beginning because that's what happens when you pull these up. Is they immediately start playing.
Welcome to ridiculous things going on around the world right now that for some reason you just haven't heard about. Part 32. First, Elon Musk is going to be making a Tesla phone called the Model Pi. Since Elon also owns Starlink, the phone will use its satellites and have service anywhere on Earth and anywhere on Mars when people live there. It'll be able to mine cryptocurrencies. It'll have
Can we
solar
just back
charging
up
so
to
you
the
can
Mars
charge
part?
it anywhere. It can change colors on it.
I don't know. Your shitty phone when you get the Tesla Pi, which is an awful name if that's what he's going to call it.
Terrible.
Then you're going to
Marketing,
keep
man.
that phone till we're on fucking Mars?
I'm telling you right now, if somebody came to my house and was like, "Hey, I brought you a Tesla Pie," is that cherry?
Yeah,
Is
that's
that
what I'd be
lemon?
like. Well, I haven't heard of that flavor. How else can I eat it with whipped cream?
No, 3.14. It's right on the back, just like Apple.
Oh, and it stays on that version forever.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be awesome.
All your updates
And-
had to go by point something.
So,
You
yeah.
don't want to make it past 3.14.
Well, you get 3.14256374183. I'm just kidding.
I
I
was
do
about
not
to
know.
say-
I do not
Barrett
know.
does not know that many numbers.
I
in
do
pi.
not know pi. I think it's 3.14
and that's
3.1426. That's what I
Be
know.
able to mine cryptocurrencies. It'll have solar charging so you can charge it anywhere. It can change colors on its own and so much more. Next, German inventor
moon
Rebecca
time.
Weiss created a testicle bath that's actually a male birth control device. The invention uses ultrasound technology to temporarily stop sperm mobility. And the device only needs to be used once every few months to prevent pregnancy.
Right?
Next,
bath.
two inventors from
Could take your
Kenya
testicle
created
bath,
the
we're
world's
getting it
first
on.
biorobotic arm that's operated by brain signals. It was invented to help disabled people do everyday tasks by only using their brain.
I think the most important one that I wanted to talk about was the testicle bath.
Well, your wife's like, wait, stop. Did you go wash your balls?
Yeah, exactly.
Rack your balls, yes.
I feel like the men that have this, their wives or girlfriends are probably going to insist. They're going to be like, "Oh, well, here's an excuse for you to wash those things every day. What were you doing before?"
Yeah, but I can just see it like a contact lens case where they're together, just a nut in each one, and turn it on like a jacuzzi.
You know, the prototype started out as not actually like some sort of liquid bath. What it was
It was probably
like
a Ziploc bag and a foot
exactly.
massager.
Yeah, with two
Ziploc bag.
battery cables hooked up to the bottom of it. No. This is not going to hurt. This is going to send sonic waves through your balls.
In reality, it was much like The Fly with Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then in the end, didn't Jeff Goldblum
become a full-blown fly?
Yeah. He did. He became a full-blown fly, and did he live? He did.
I don't remember.
Well, there was The Fly too. So I figured.
I don't think it was Jeff Goldblum though.
It wasn't Jeff Goldblum. Wasn't in Fly 2?
Kind of like Teen Wolf 2.
I just in my head I haven't watched. Or if I have watched The Fly all the way through, in my head I pictured The Fly.
I fell asleep too.
I pictured The Fly ending with swat. The end.
He becomes a gigantic, just more morbidly like.
Is that what happens?
Gross looking man fly. Yeah, it's pretty awful.
All right, who wants to go next?
I think I have one.
All right.
This one's quick.
All right, here we go.
Whoever they are don't stand a chance because they can't beat love, because all those old bits from religion and that about love being all powerful is true, you know, and that's the bit they can't do. You know, they can't handle it. Whoever they are.
John Lennon can get. Well, he's dead, but you know he used to beat his first wife, right?
I'm sure.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Beat the first one, fuck the second one, marry the third one. I didn't beat him, man. Didn't do it.
Is there an impersonation that you cannot do?
Do me.
Oh.
On camera. Sorry.
Welcome to the All About Nothing podcast.
I don't think that's what I sound like.
No, I can't go as deep as you.
You.
Does my voice go deep?
I ain't parrot.
That is the sound of a man who's had a testicle bath. That is what that is.
One too many testicle baths.
Okay, I have one that I would like to share.
All right.
Is that okay?
Yeah, you're ready. I'm gonna as soon as
I'll do super fart after that.
All right, fair enough.
Super fart.
Okay,
I'm turning this around because you guys can't see it, but the context is still, you'll understand. So it's you guys have wives. Have you ever got in the car after your wife drove your car and the seat was crammed all the way up to the front?
Well, my wife doesn't do that, but yes, I know the premise.
Keep that in mind, listeners.
All right.
Patient, because I have a serious question that I need answered. Just sit right there. Jenny! What is this?
This seat is all the way up. It's like as far as it can go.
Small.
He's tiny.
Yeah, he's not
What
a
is
big
this?
dude.
How do you look? This is the airbag. If you were to go get in a car accident, why you out there trying to get your Starbucks? Where are you going? You're going to die. Come on, dude. How you even hit a full turn? Huh? You be in the car listening to your music. You don't even have space to dance.
Oh man,
that's true.
What is this? Your head can hit the windshield.
Oh yeah,
Jenny. How do you even put your seatbelt on?
You will get a concussion from the airbag.
This is dangerous. You gotta stop. Look at this. I understand you're small, but dang, we gonna get you a pillow.
Oh my god.
I
would, if that was the main problem, I'd I'd weld like a stop in the seat.
Yeah.
It will no longer go forward.
Yeah, I don't ever come across that issue because nobody wants to drive my car because it's a manual. So that's never an issue. But I definitely recognize the premise.
My wife's as tall as I am and has longer legs than I do, so that's never
been a problem.
Yeah.
My last boyfriend was like 6'3", 6'4", and
oh no,
it was a problem,
right.
but not like that.
No.
The seat I think was 7 inches from the steering wheel. It was jacked all the way up to the front.
Oh.
I'm surprised he even got in there.
I'll be dead honest. I think I am more that person, not that close, because God Almighty, but Gabrielle will piss and moan if I drive her car because I do like to be like up in it a little bit.
Up in it a little bit,
but not
I don't
not
blame
this,
I don't
but
blame
just
you.
like here.
I know his wife. I'm sorry. What?
But yeah, she'll get in and be like, Zach, what the hell? Quit adjusting my stuff. I was like, well, so I kind of feel for that person.
Yeah.
My son Charles is, I love you so much, sweetie, safe driver, and he
all the way up on the
10
front.
and 2 and doesn't do anything. Matter of fact, we went to lunch recently and he drove, and I took my seatbelt off before the car stopped.
Uh-oh.
He stopped and put it in park. He was like, I don't know what you're doing. You need to put the seatbelt back on. I'm like,
We're not done.
Charles, he's like, is the car off? I'm like, oh my God.
We are 3 feet from the end of this parking space. Just finished the damn parking space.
And I shit you not. He has a cow whenever you take the seatbelt.
That was Charles.
That is Charles.
Chandler is the other one.
Oh gosh, Chandler takes the doors off his Jeep, has his foot out the window.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he doesn't sit on top of the seatbelt.
You know, people with their foot out the window while they're driving, like right by your side view mirror, drives me up the wall. I'm like, oh my God.
I don't own a Jeep anymore. I didn't have a Wrangler, so but the Wranglers, you know, it's illegal to drive past someone in a Wrangler, passing a Wrangler, and not wave to them. But I've seen have you ever seen the exaggerate? Have you ever seen like 2 Wranglers passing and their excitement is so great
you just
that,
get fucking
that
nerds.
like both hands have to come off and like everybody in the Jeep is waving and it's like oh God,
you overpaid for a piece of shit too.
So Chandler has the Rubicon and Charles has a Wrangler, right? To give you an idea of what Charles is all decked out and Chandler is all decked out. Well, apparently there's a Jeep community.
Yes.
And we were at a little brewery in Lexington. I cannot remember the name of it now. And we go out to Charles goes out to his car, and somebody had put a little duck on his car.
Oh yeah.
Another Jeep owner put a duck on his car, and then you, as a Jeep owner, take it,
put it on another one.
Put it on another one.
Yeah.
People put it up your ass when you go home, and then pop it back out and go give it to another Jeep owner.
Yeah, people.
Did you keister it? I keistered it.
That is the prerequisite. That duck's gotta make an entrance and an exit.
I don't know why I'm so shitty about like people who like things, but I'm just like, you fucking nerd. Like, yeah, you don't have to wave to each other. When I saw other Mustangs and I was driving mine, I was like, you want to line them up? Let's go.
All right, Zach. Do you want?
Yeah, let's do the shitty fart one or whatever it is.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Super fart.
Super fart.
All right, Declan, show the class what you brought to show and tell. I brought a drawing of my favorite superhero, Super Fart. He flies down to Earth and farts on all of the boys and girls in the village. That's beautiful, Declan. Ain't that sweet?
Did someone say super fart?
Super Fart!
Hey, kids.
Oh my
I'm here to
God.
save the day.
Oh, wow.
I'm Super Fart.
Do we know him? Is he someone's dad? Hi, Super Fart.
Hello, little girl. Come here, sweetie.
Oh my God.
Come here.
What the heck?
Come here, AJ.
Oh, down your gullet.
Oh my God.
Stephanie. Oh my God. He's gone grizzly. Don't fucking look at me while I'm farting.
Oh my God.
Oh, my shithole is a trough. Go Super Fart.
Your TikTok algorithm is scary.
Yeah. Did that came up in your For You
That
page?
came up on your, you know what? I usually watch like cooking shows or
Oh God, it's all over the place.
Cooking stuff and like the astrological stuff is pretty much all that comes up for me anymore.
Yeah.
Super fart.
Yeah, my
You're giving me the exact look my wife gave me. She was like, "Fucking no." I'm like, this is one of the most hilarious things I've seen in a long time.
You guys, his face is as red as a cherry, and his eyes are watering.
It's so funny, and I've literally watched it like 10 times.
that's disturbing.
And the kid at the end still like is so infatuated with his superhero Super Fart.
Oh yeah.
Oh, way to go, Super Fart.
Yeah.
Is this someone's dad or something?
Where's his visitor badge?
He's gone grizzly. Yeah.
Visitor badge.
Because he makes it into a school. He's got to have a visitor badge, right?
No one stops Super
He
Fart.
should.
No one stops Super Fart.
Nobody stops Super Fart.
Yeah, that's disturbing. Yeah, I am curious as about what else shows up on your For You page.
I don't know. I'm cautiously curious, I think. So.
Oh, the Fuck You Joel Osteen showed up on my own.
Oh yeah, no, that one showed up on mine. Have you seen that?
I have not.
Oh,
should I do it?
Yeah. We're gonna let Zach have another one. Yeah, this is good.
You with Joel Osteen?
Oh, that's Joel.
Hey man, you know you're a piece of shit, right?
Oh.
You know, right? Right? Come on, yeah, you know. You know, right? Yeah. Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
So he got fired for that.
Did he really? Oh, he lost his job?
Yeah, but people started to GoFundMe and
Why
everything.
is he really a piece of shit?
Joel Osteen is.
He's the minister, the TV guy, right?
He preaches. What is it called? Because in the Bible, it's the rich are last, and the poor will, like the meek will inherit the earth, and give up all your stuff and follow Christ. This man's a fucking multimillionaire, locks people out of his dome when there's a hurricane, hides $600,000 in the walls.
Yeah.
So he's a genuine piece of shit. If you practice what you preach, you're not sitting on $1 million, 14 million or whatever.
Yeah, but and he's no different than a lot of pastors, even South Carolina. I mean,
I was about to say
there are churches here. There are churches here in Columbia that have pastors that their church, the main portion of their budget is to pay multi-million dollars to their pastor every year.
Like the Presbyterian church in Lexington across from the Walmart or Dick Smith.
Oh yeah.
So when I was 20, I think I was 19, 20. I've been in this area for a long, long time, clearly. That church, I don't know if you remember, Barrett, maybe you remember how small it was.
The Presbyterian church across from the Walmart. We're talking about Saxagatha?
Saxagatha, yes. Okay. And it's
sorry.
Calling you out.
Little plug.
Massive now.
Yeah, it's huge.
It is massive. And I went to that church a couple times with my ex-in-laws, and they actually would put on their program the amount of money that they had received.
Yeah.
And I was like,
well,
what?
I can't defend the Catholic Church in that way, because every week the new bulletin has how much was donated or how much was tithed to the Catholic Church from the week before, and an indication of how much debt was still left on this building or how much debt was still left on this building. And I'm like,
that and the pedophiles that they keep employing.
You know what? I wasn't going to go there.
Yeah, but they put reverend or pastor or whatever there. Yeah. And as
you're Catholic?
Yeah, I'm still Catholic. So
okay.
But it's I don't agree with everything the Catholic Church does, or I don't agree with most of it. I just my thing is that for me the Catholic Church seems to be the most in line with what I think Jesus taught.
Yeah.
I was go ahead.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
The beginning of my sentence interrupted the middle of yours, but I'm going to continue.
Right. I can't get into it because I just will be like, you know what? Let's hear what I have to think. Yeah. Burn them all.
Let God sort it out.
No, burn all the churches.
No, I heard. Well, before you continue, I was like, I heard a really funny thing. It was somebody introduced their podcast this week as "Merry Christmas to everybody." Christmas holidays coming up. If you just celebrated Hanukkah, Happy Hanukkah. I hope that went well. Merry Kwanzaa, by the way. And if you're atheist, good luck on your laundry.
Happy Friday. Yeah. I hope you had a good Friday.
I thought that was great.
Yeah, I forgot what I was going to say. Way to go.
That's what you get for
taking
it.
The squirrel, Barrett.
All right. Well, speaking of squirrels, then I'll go ahead and play my last one, because this one is one that triggers me anytime I see this woman speak. And I'm not going to say who it is. I'll just hold this up. Yeah.
Okay. I'm excited.
Why
Anything that triggers anybody.
Oh yeah, this is and yeah, for sure. Trigger warning.
I don't want to be triggered. I want to see other people triggered.
Being held there without bail. Many of these people have never been charged for a crime before. Some of them are veterans, and the treatment is unbelievable. They are told they have to denounce President Trump. They are told that their views are the views of cult members.
This is Marjorie
Taylor
Taylor
Greene. Even though these are men that every single night at 9 o'clock at night, they put their hand over their heart and sing the national anthem voluntarily.
You fucking dorks.
Imagine
she's talking about the guys that ran
in jail
on the that ran
no
into the Capitol during the insurrection.
No ability to bail out, no ability to see their family, being mistreated and abused worse than we treat terrorists at Gitmo. Yet they have their hand over their heart every night at 9 o'clock.
Are they getting piled up and pissed on? I don't think so.
They are ridiculed, where they are mocked because of their political beliefs and because of January 6th and because of the color of their skin.
No.
So there is a two-tier justice system, and these are the things that need to end. I believe in criminal justice reform, but I believe it should be reform that's fair completely across political lines and skin color. And I can tell you what we saw in the D.C. jail. None of that exists. When they're being forced
because they're white, right? That's the color of their skin.
I'm just gonna pot that down because she goes on for several minutes.
I was gonna say
I would pay to go through there and see these dorks going proud to be an American
every night at 9 o'clock. I'm here to salute my country.
Look, don't get me wrong. I think everyone is they, being citizens of the United States, that they have a jury trial coming to them if they committed a crime and there has been something, an indictment of something. There's video footage of these people running up the stairs, breaking windows,
gouging the eyes out of cops.
Yeah. And that's another thing they get into is she says I am Blue Lives Matter, but I'm all lives matter, and of course I won't get into how that triggers me, but but it's her saying that, and then having to acknowledge that these people were literally taking police shields and police batons and things, and were beating, like they took
Crushing.
a fire extinguisher off the wall and beat a police officer to death with it.
Tased a police officer in his spine.
Yeah.
And in the base of his skull, and now he has brain damage.
Yeah. Like, but Marjorie Taylor Greene, it's her, it's the guy from Florida. What's the
Matt
Gaetz and
Walking Teeth.
Gomert is the other one, and then I can't. But there's 4 of them, and basically the idea is that and I'm not saying the Democrats are going to win 2022. I don't think they are. I think it's highly likely that they're not going to. I think that because every time there's a new president, a president wins, the power shifts in Congress.
Yeah,
it happens every time.
Well, and it says something that when someone like Trump gets elected, that it takes someone like that to go like, oh shit, I have to vote next time again. I forgot that they vote for insane people.
Yeah. Well, and then of course in a lot of states they're making it more difficult for people to vote, doing away with early voting and ballots, mail-in ballots and things like that. And I
it's fine to be a Republican. Let's just not vote for fucking psychopaths. Let's avoid psychopaths.
Look, I am not a huge Joe Biden fan.
I was about to say.
That's why I'm up here. I'm not that guy raping people and COVID.
Yeah.
All right, speaking of Biden, I've got something that I want to play.
Sure.
If I may.
Yeah.
And I was, there's, depending on the current president, Kamala, last president, there's so much shit out there, right?
Sure. Right.
I mean, there's just so much.
Yeah.
You won't find me up there going 4 more years.
No.
Right.
I'd be hard pressed to find people at his age that have 4 more years than him. So I'm not.
Wait, what are you saying about that, huh?
Okay, and this, and it's short, but I'm pushing play now.
We have fewer democracies in the world today than we did 15 years ago. Fewer, not more. Fewer.
He looks like someone just shit.
He looks like the grumpy old man from what's that cartoon?
Oh, is it? Are you talking about? You're not talking about from like Up from Disney or
No, he maybe. Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Maybe that's what I was thinking.
Okay.
Now he's got, but that face. I don't mean all the time. But
I can see it. His eyes are squinty.
Yeah. But what is that? Because he's literally like.
He looks.
He looks like the Grinch. Like he's pissed. He's pissed about something.
Yeah. He's grumpy old Joe.
He's grumpy old Joe.
That's all. That's
I'm mad now. You see my face?
Am I looking in the right direction?
Oh, TikTok taught me this one.
That seems like a legitimate question. Am I looking in the right direction?
Yeah.
Joe Biden, am I looking? That's the slogan for his next campaign. Joe Biden, am I looking in the right direction?
I got a good one.
You got one more? All right.
Yeah, one last one.
All right.
I appreciate HR because I used to work construction and would have to go to a foreman with my problems. You can go to HR with a small problem, like me and Greg aren't getting along, and they'll be like, here's a conflict resolution strategy. I used to go to my foreman with big problems, like Ted keeps saying he wants to make me his girlfriend, and my foreman would be like, have you tried fighting him?
I think everyone's worked those jobs where your complaints go very much unnoticed.
Yes. Yes, I have.
Have you tried fighting him? Greg says he wants me to be his girlfriend. Have you tried fighting him? It's like, that's how we should resolve things. Fire Greg.
Legitimate story. One of the places I worked recently, I had a disagreement with one of my coworkers where the conversation started out with him telling me that Bernie Sanders was a moron, to which I said, I don't know that you have any evidence to support his intelligence based on, and he said, no, his ideas are stupid. I said, okay, his ideas you disagree with. That doesn't make him a moron.
Right.
And then it went down to, it became, I could probably just tell, I don't know, what was it? I told him, I bet that I could tell you that everyone in here thinks that you're an asshole. And I had to go and tell HR that I may have inadvertently called my coworker an asshole. To which she said, "Don't do that again."
I thought it was going to boil down to "fuck you, Ezekiel."
Okay, guys, I have one more.
All right.
And we have dogs, right? Everybody has dogs.
Yes.
Begrudgingly have
These
one.
are just so cute.
Begrudgingly.
Okay, watch this.
All right.
So, you guys, have you seen, for the listeners, people are now training their dogs to push these buttons.
We're working
treat
on it.
outside.
We're working
I
on
want to
it.
do that with Puppy, but he's too old. I think he's 12.
You can always what is it? You can't teach a new
Old dog
teach
new
an
tricks.
old dog new
Dog
tricks.
new
I
trick.
don't think that's true. I don't think that's true. I've had ex-girlfriends. I'm pretty sure they've learned new tricks.
That's fair.
Sorry. All right. All right. Carrie's got one to play. Or.
Oh, I tell you what, I gotta turn the volume.
This is a learning experience.
Do you ever
for us.
down on yours?
I had it up, but she's gonna play it, and it's gonna be perfect, and we will relish.
She has a MacBook, and I had no idea you could do that with a MacBook. Put your finger across the top.
Oh yeah.
All right, now we're ready. Yes?
Yes.
What's happening?
Treat? You just had a whole bunch.
I would shatter
You
that
can't
board.
have any. No treats for you.
So the dog walks over to the when mom
is
tells
great.
her no, he walks over and pushes the asshole
That's
button.
hilarious. The fact that they made an asshole button is hilarious.
You know how long that board would last in my house? Fucking a minute. Be like, treat, outside, play, pow. Throw it away. We're done.
Was that the dog or
Yeah,
the board?
no, the board.
Oh, okay.
Both.
I thought about I've got a Yorkie too, just like that, right? And so
That's hilarious.
I thought about getting
Totally thought you were going to say what type of motorcycle that was.
Super part?
He's real.
I was gonna get a little doggy door for him.
Sorry.
I'm gonna need to search for super parts so I can send my kids and my brother.
Yeah.
And he, I left the door open one day. It was really nice, doing things around the house. I come into the living room, and he is definitely a vermin catching lizard,
Yeah.
snakes,
Yeah.
worms. There was half an eaten lizard.
I broke through the ass.
What are you doing? And he kind of ate it from the tail up.
Oh my
It's
god.
disgusting. And it
That's
wasn't
hilarious.
a lizard; it was a skink.
Oh yeah, so it was pretty
yeah.
big.
Yeah. Yeah.
My dog went to go bite at a skink, and I had a peekapoo, another funny dog name.
Right.
So little, but the skink bit him on the lip, and he's just freaking out, flipping it around. I was like, I said you don't go bite stuff. All right.
I had to take Puppy to his name is Puppy. It was Hush Puppy, and then over the years, it's just Puppy.
Well, every
I
time
had
you
to-
said "hush, puppy, come here," and the dog just got quiet.
Yeah.
I get it. I had a cat named Elgato.
Well,
And it was a female cat, so it should have been Elgata. No, it was a boy.
Are you sure?
Yeah. No, I remember.
So
Initially, yes.
so,
Then it became it.
So I had to take Puppy to the vet because he was out fucking around with a copperhead. And took a fang to the nose. And my son calls me. He's like, and you may know, these are, it's going to be good when, Mom, are you close to the house? It's Friday afternoon at like 3:00. I'm like, I'm at work. He goes, are you sitting down? I'm like, what the hell is going on? What happened? He said, well, Puppy was outside and he may have been bitten by a copperhead. I'm like, you don't know? He said, no, I don't know. He cornered it and they got it and let it go. And I'm like, how's he acting? He's acting fine. He calls me 10 minutes later. He's like, yeah, you need to get home right now.
Oh wow.
They got him. Ugh.
Yeah, I got him. And I took him to the vet. And of course, the vial, the antivenom is like $800 or something.
Yeah.
Sorry, puppy.
But it was about an hour before I got him to the vet.
Yeah.
And the way he was acting was it was almost like somebody had injected him with adrenaline.
Oh wow.
It was really, and he got one fang on the nose, and the vet told me, and I had to go to freaking emergency.
Yeah.
Because of course it was 5:35 on a Friday
place
afternoon.
over here in Piney Grove. Was
No.
it the emergency vet hospital?
one on-
It was another one in
Fernandina.
St. Andrews, but they said, look, if he had two fangs gotten him, he said
we would have saved you $800.
yeah. Yeah.
Cremation service is $25.
when you go to the vet, you're like, "It's me, Carrie. I'm here for puppy."
Just like that.
They're like, "She's back."
It's all very simple English.
I'm here for cat. Like which one?
Dog bitten by snake.
Puppy snake
snout.
bite. Danger noodle bite snake.
Things are so much simpler when you name
Call it a nope noodle.
when you name animals specifically what they are. Everything becomes simpler.
It does.
Well, I have a friend. Well, I had a friend. I don't think we don't talk anymore. She named her cat.
Yeah.
And I think the dog was, maybe it was Miss Kitty and Dog or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, the cat, I was like.
We had a great Dane named Baby. And eventually it was cute when it would be, you would see like this big dog running when you call Baby. But when you're mad, you're like, Baby! Baby! Get over here, baby! You sound like a fucking psychopath outside. Neighbors are like, they keep yelling at me.
You turn around, Tim.
Baby, you shit on the floor.
Go back in your house. That's great. This was fun.
Yeah. It was.
Episode number 1.
The inaugural episode.
Yeah, the inaugural episode. What did I call it? The Maiden Voyage?
The Maiden Voyage.
I think in my head I knew I was going to play that Shatner thing.
Speaking of Maiden Voyage,
have
you guys heard that there are replicas being built of Titanic?
Yes.
That are planning to actually take the same route, and I am bound and determined to get on this fucking boat.
Good news. Fewer ice caps.
Yep.
Fewer icebergs. Should not be an issue.
I hope and pray that it does hit an iceberg.
Oh my God, that's just really awful.
I don't want it to sound like a conspiracy, but what's really interesting about that is I read that apparently the Titanic was not the actual boat that sailed; that the Titanic was actually docked. It still exists.
I heard that too.
That they increased all the insurance money on it. That the owner of the Titanic did not take that voyage, even though he was supposed to. And then, of course, it crashed.
When you see an iceberg, I'm talking about a fucking good one.
Yeah.
Veer left into it.
You're going to want to make sure it scrapes right along the side. Yeah. So I think the idea is that somebody thinks that it was planned.
Yeah.
Because nothing bad ever happens. Someone just makes it happen.
That's right.
9/11, Pearl Harbor.
Oh, God.
Omicron.
The fucking robot birds.
Yeah, I have. I don't know what it was, but I guess it was after our last conversation about the robot birds. That has been popping up on my feed a lot. Have you heard this rumor?
No.
This idea that
I thought for some reason we were talking about Hunger Games, but let's
no.
go. Okay.
After this, what was it? It was after the 1950s.
Yes,
it was in the 50s. Basically, all dirty birds, all the birds.
They flipped the D to a B, and we now call them birds.
Yeah, all of the birds apparently died off, and our federal government replaced the birds with drones, and these drones are spying on us everywhere.
Well, let me tell you, they're just getting an eyeful over at 109 Shipyard. Going on over there.
I've shot them and killed them like doves. They're definitely not robots, and they're damn tasty robots.
Oh, wow.
Wrap them in bacon?
Doves are the rats of the skies, aren't they?
The pigeons, basically.
Pigeons are rats of the skies. Is that what it is?
I think it's I was going to say.
It's got to be the pigeons.
But that's
pigeons
likely. It's like, so another conspiracy theory that I think is big now is that, what the hell is his name? The guy in Apple?
Tim Cook?
Steve Jobs?
Steve Jobs
okay.
Apparently can control the weather, and he's creating clouds and monsoons.
It's not Steve Jobs.
I don't think he had that effect on any women. Sorry, what? Steve, he's dead. Steve.
So that could be the double. Tim Cook is
Tim Cook's the current.
If you're Donald Trump, you're like Tim Apple. He called him Tim Apple.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
Yeah, not Tim from Apple or Rajesh from Google. It's Tim Apple and Rajesh Google.
Yeah. I'm here to talk to Mr. YouTube.
Yeah.
Can I talk to Mr. Facebook?
You guys, and it's hilarious because you hear the words that are coming out of Zach's mouth. But what's even
I'm
more
here to talk to John J. YouTube
is his facial expressions. You got to have it.
I think you have to.
Dead on.
You have to make those. You have to make those facial expressions. You have to get the lips puckered in.
Yep.
Yeah.
He does.
It's a you
And he's doing the same thing that Trump.
Yeah, I like to call that jerking off midgets. That's what that
What are we
maneuver
doing?
is.
Melania never does this to me. But when she does it like this. Really cinches down on it.
Gets it right above the mushroom. I'm sorry.
I'm 1 inch from tip to stern.
Oh my God.
All right, we're gonna wrap it up because that's craziness, and I don't.
First and last episode.
Yeah, this is where it started. This is where it ended. It was real quick and finished up fast. As always, special thanks, Neek the Geek, engineer and producer, as well as owner and operator, GOT Sound Studio here in Columbia, South Carolina. If you want to book any time, call 803-243-2302, or you can email gotsounds@theallaboutnothing.com. That's the only email address I set up. I know he's got another one, but that's the one I use. In fact, that's the one I send to. You can find details at gotsounds.com or Facebook. Just search for GOT Sound Studio. Follow Zach on Twitter at CarolinaKing21. You can follow Carrie Simmons on Twitter at Carrie_Simmons, right? Okay. You can follow me at Barrett Gruber. You can follow the show on Twitter at WhatThePodPod.
And you can follow me on TikTok at GarnetKing07.
Is that what it is? Do you have 2 Instagram? Oh, wait, you just said on TikTok.
TikTok.
Yeah. If you find anything on the
Tiki and
internet you want to submit, please do it through at WhatThePodPod.
Yeah, at GarnetKing07.
Don't at me.
All right, that'll do it. Thank you very
Thanks,
much, Carrie.
guys.
Thank you, Merritt Zach.
Loved it.
We will do it again very soon. Thank you much. This What the Pod Was That episode was recorded live from the Maddie Johnson Podcast Studio at GOT Sound Studio in Columbia, South Carolina. What the Pod Was That is produced and engineered by Neek the Geek, owner and operator of GOT Sound Studio. To support the show, please follow us on Twitter at WhatThePodPod. What the Pod Was That is an entertainment product of Barrett Gruber. Special thanks to Carrie Simmons, Zach King, Muff the producer, Neek the Geek, and you, our listeners. Please subscribe, rate, review, and share. Thank you for listening. What the Pod Was That is a part of the GOT Podcast Network and a product of Barrett Gruber Entertainment and Media.